Welcome on Professional Movie Reviews. This is Mark. We're not reviewing a movie, or I'm not, reviewing Game of Thrones, Season 6, Episode 5, The Door, I believe that's what the name of the episode is. Okay. Welcome on Professional Movie Reviews. Before I start, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, click like, share, do all that internet bullshit. I will shamelessly plug, fucking tell people about this, or just tell me how much it sucks, comment. Click dislike if you dislike it. Click like for no reason. Fuck it. Click like no matter what, unless you dislike it. Cool, all that out of the way. Let's talk about Game of Thrones. The way our TV reviews work, episode reviews, I'm going to tell you a little non-spoilery synopsis that only takes a couple minutes. And then I give you a 1 out of 5 that I barely think about. I have paint on my hands. I was just at my art studio painting. I do that sometimes. I give you a non-spoilery synopsis, and I give you a rating between 1 and 5 on my painty hands. I haven't thought about it, but I'm sure I'll come up with one. And then after that, I tell you to leave so I can talk about every aspect of this episode. So, yeah, let's do that. And I'll tell you to leave if you don't want to be spoiled. Oh, God, I need this beer. It's been a long day. Alright, let's talk about Season 6, Episode 5. Non-spoiler synopsis. We get a nice scene between Daenerys and everyone, and you kind of get a nice kind of little tease of what she's planning on doing with her little talk with Jorah Mormont and Denario, whatever his name is, the weird thiefy guy. Yep, and also Tyrion is doing shit. As usual, there isn't really a lot of non-spoilery things I can say without really giving away a lot. We get a cool couple scenes between Sansa and Jon. We kind of figured out their plan. And we get a lot of stuff north of the Wall with Bran. Okay, moving on. What do I think of this episode? There's a lot of things I liked about this episode. Not gonna lie, I enjoyed it a lot. Probably because we didn't see anything in King's Landing, because that's my least favorite storyline. I'll get to a couple things that I didn't like, but because of one really amazing scene, I'm gonna have to give this a 4.1. Yeah, holy shit, out of 5. There we go. Wow, that's high rating. Let's get into it. I'm going to start talking spoilers, so leave if you don't want to be spoiled. I'll take a drink. Okay. The way I like to do this is I like to start and then go in a circle of the world. If you know what the world looks like, I have it memorized. So we're going to start at Winterfell, which nothing happened in Winterfell. And then we're going to kind of go south, hit everything on the way, and including Iron Islands, and then kind of once we get down to Bravos is over here. Once we get down to Dorne, flip over, hit at Slaver's Bay, head on up to Volstathrak, move on over to Bravos, cross the water wall, and north of the wall. So let's do it that way. What happened in Winterfell? Nothing. Moving on. I think the closest spot to there would be Pike. Or the Iron Islands. A lot of stuff happened in Iron Islands and a lot of really good shit. Not gonna lie, something bugged me, and I'll get to it. The Kingsmoot happened. I always forget her name. Sister Greyjoy throws off this really good reason why she should be in charge. Everyone's like, yeah! And everyone's like, but what about him? Theon's here now, and Theon's like, dude, I follow her, man. I don't even have, like, man parts. Like, I go with her. I don't want to rule shit. I just want to hang out. And everyone's like, woo! Euron Greyjoy comes up. The presence, the actor they got nailed it. The presence of him is just great. I mean, I haven't really read a lot of the books. I know everything that goes on, and the only reason I would really want to read the books is to learn more about Euron Greyjoy and their version of it, the book's version of it, because he's a very interesting character, and I love everything he pulls. When she's like, oh, the first thing I'm going to do is kill the person who murdered the king, and everyone's like, He murdered the king? He's like, yeah. You know why? Because I pay the iron price for the Iron Islands. I kill people and take it. That's how we do. And everyone's like, shit, that is how we do. King him. And they fucking put somebody on top of him and king him. That's a checkers joke. And Theon and his sister's like, whoops. And they fucking get out and run. And he's like, chop down all your shit. Make us some shit. Sew up some shit. Let's go get their shit. And, yeah, and he also drops, I'm going to marry Daenerys. Now, let's bring up a fan theory. This is a book fan theory. I can tell that they're not going that way in the show. But mild spoiler, if they go, probably not going to happen. But there was a fan theory that Euron Greyjoy is actually Dennario, the bearded dude who's hanging out with Daenerys and Jorah Mormont. There's that weird fan theory because they're actually described to look a lot alike in the books. They didn't go that route. They don't really look a lot alike on the TV show. But that is a really odd fan theory that a lot of book readers I know think is bullshit. I think it's a fun fan theory. I don't really buy it, but that's just something to bring up. So, okay, let's move down from Pike. I really did like what was going on in Pike, though. That's probably one of my biggest positives. I really like that scene. I like both of their speeches. I kept thinking, this guy's got it, this girl's got it, this speeches, and then Euron's at the end. I'm like, there. Okay, so nothing really happened in Westeros. So moving on, did anything happen at all in Westeros? No. There's something did, I forgot it. Except for the stuff in the north, which we'll get to. Okay, moving on, Slaver's Bay, happening in Meereen. Tyrion brings on a red priestess. Interesting. Really cool scene. I really liked it. When Varys is like, well, you know, there was a red priestess who thought that Stannis, you know, and she was like, oh, you don't think I'm powerful? Let's talk about something that you never shared with anyone except for Tyrion about your fucking cock getting cocked off. And what happens when they threw that cock into the fire? You heard a voice. Oh, that was fucking crazy. I thought it was really sweet. It's just another way of Lord of Light showing his fucking balls, showing his power. Loved it. That was great. Yeah, I'm totally in on that scene. That was a really great scene. Kind of shot down the skeptics a little bit on the Lord of Light. Not that I'm a follower of the Lord of Light, but... Alright, going up. You get a really emotional scene, and I got a problem with this scene. You get a really emotional scene between Daenerys, Dennario, and Jorah Mormont. And the really awesome scene was, she's like, alright, let's go conquer fucking Westeros. And then Jorah's like, I'm all grayscale-y. One quick thing. In the books, it happens to somebody else at grayscale. And also, it's described to go really slow. Really slow. So it's kind of weird that they're just like, his whole arm. You think that's taken slow? I've heard people are like, when is the grayscale going to take over? It should be like his fucking fingertip right now. That's where it's said to start in the books. It shouldn't take over his whole body, at least. That's what I've been told. So, or really quickly. So, it's, you know, they can go ahead and speed things up. I'm going to talk about speeding things up again in a second, but the scene was nice. I get it. I get the point of it. Let's talk about Emilia Clarke. Usually, I really like Emilia Clarke. She's no Peter Dinklage. In my opinion, he's the best actor on the show. One of the best of Hollywood. I just watched a movie with him on it recently that I loved. He's really good. Emilia Clarke's usually really good. I really didn't like her in this scene. I think the way she said her lines was really wooden. It seemed like bad Shakespeare. It was just kind of poorly... I can't tell if it was poorly written or poorly performed. She just kind of rubbed me the wrong way in the scene. It just didn't really come out right. The scene itself of what it was supposed to do seemed fine. She's like, go and get yourself cured. But she's like, go and get yourself cured. It was just, I don't know. The way she said it kind of really bugged me. Small negative, moving on. But, yeah, okay. Over to the Bravos. What's going on in Bravos? Well... shit's going down. It starts off with Waif, I believe is her name. Fucking like stick fighting with the girl with no name, with Arya. Then Arya's tasked to go kill an actress. Now, call my bullshit, and I got a problem with this. You're supposed to tell when she's like, I am nobody, I'm a girl with no name, I'm a girl with no name. The Lord of the Many Fates God was supposed to know if she was lying or not. And apparently she believes that she doesn't have a name and that Arya Stark is gone, and that's why she gets her eyesight back. Arya Stark ain't gone. Did you watch that scene? The fact that they were slandering and running, throwing Ned's name through the dirt, running it through the dirt. She felt that. The slandering of her family, them talking shit about the family. She's still Arya Stark. That scene did not convince me she's a girl with no name. I'm surprised that the Many-Faced God gave her fucking eyesight back, because there's no way, with the way she reacted, that she's not still Arya Stark. That's kind of the most important thing that happened, but, yeah, I really liked it. I'm going to make a callback to Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you guys watch any Avatar, one of my favorite TV shows, best cartoon, one of the best cartoons ever. The Ember Island players, at the end of the last season, where they watched, like, a bad play that's badly written and badly performed about the earlier seasons. That's exactly what this was. They, like, stole it right from Last Airbender. I like that they did that. That was cool. But I was like, Last Airbender, huh? Avatar. That's what that reminded me of. But yeah, I guess overall that didn't really bug me too much. I was wondering how she got her eyesight back when she clearly is still Arya Stark. Okay, moving over to the wall, let's start south of the wall. So jump in the waters. That scene between Sansa and Littlefinger. She has balls. She got balls. She learned how to play the game. We've known that. She's not giving him any slack. She's in his face. I really liked that scene. It was a very powerful scene. Yeah, I really like that scene. Fast forward, when she's like, okay, we need allies. Badfish took over, whatever, back. Let's ally with Badfish. And they're like, how do you know about Badfish? Oh, a bird told me. Why is she covering for Peter fucking Baelish? I don't get it. Why does she still give a fuck? She should throw his ass under the fire. Like, oh, thanks for the information. Bran, kill him. Why didn't she do that? It's weird how much she still cares about the guy who tossed her to Ramsay Bolton. It was fucked up. I would kill him. And he knew. He knows everything. Like, he's always a couple steps ahead. That's how Peter Baelish has always been. He's a great character for that. So he knew what he was doing. Why didn't she kill him? It bugged me, but maybe it's going to come play. Maybe she knows something like, okay, we're going to need him. She could have got rid of Baelish and still got the Riverlands armies. She probably couldn't get the armies of the Vale, which he didn't even bring up. That seemed really weird. He's like, you're probably going to need... Or maybe he brought up a little, but... Yeah, it's surprising that... maybe she's, needing him for the Vale. But either way, that was a weird scene. Going north, to the Wall. I already kind of covered what's going on with the Wall. One thing I didn't talk about last episode, which I totally should. Tormund Giantsbane and Brienne. He's got the hots for that giant blonde beauty. Whew, I like it. I like that he's just not... He doesn't have any game. He's a wildling. He's like, hey, you want to bang? What's up? I love it. I think it's great that she's like, no, I'm not going to do anything with you, Tormund Giantsbane. But, I don't know. I find that really adorable that he's like the only chick who can frickin' be as big and muscular as me. Like, she's mine. I think that's cool. That's all I'm getting at. I think it's kind of adorable. Not gonna lie. I hope nothing really creepy happens. I hope he minds his P's and Q's. But, yeah, I think it's adorable. What else happened on the Wall? Left Ed in charge. I really do like that. What? Want us to close a gate, Lord Commander? I ain't no Lord Commander. But yeah, no, totally close the gate. Like, what are you thinking? I thought that was cool. Yeah, Bastard Bull is coming. It's going to be big. Gonna love it. Sent Brienne down to talk to the Riverlands. Cool. Like that. That's great. Brienne and Podrick get some stuff. Ugh. Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about the big shit. Let's talk about North of the Wall. Lots of stuff going on in Bran's green seeing brain. Okay. So, first we get a little scene. Big scene where he walks off, sees the Night's King. Night's King grabs his arm. When he's walking through the dead, and then all the dead just slowly start to stare at him. That was suspenseful. Also, we get this little scene. Sorry, rewind. I don't really like this. The Children of the Forest created the White Walkers. I don't like that. I don't like it. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe they're going to explain it more, but fuck, if the Children of the Forest wanted to kill the humans, they just fucking could have. Like, Children of the Forest, at least at some point, which they should get into, they helped destroy the bridge between that's across the Narrow Sea to get the Andals out. They were okay with the First Men. They liked the First Men. They didn't like the Andals. They liked the First Men. First Men worked with them. Hell, the First Men worshipped them as gods. Even at that point, I'm pretty sure White Walkers were already a thing, and that's why, according to legend, God knows how much legend there is, but the Children of the Forest helped create the wall to block out the White Walkers. So, at least that's what legend discusses. So, I think it's kind of sloppy, and I think it's kind of dumb. That whole scene. Moving on to what I actually did like. The Night King grabbing him, that was a super suspenseful scene, and then you're like, fuck. Then he's like, let's try to cram knowledge into your head. One thing that I don't get. Why are they looking at that scene when everyone's coming in, when the Night King's attacking the tree? It seemed like a really pointless vision to be in. Other than them it being really convenient that they were next to Hodor, it didn't really make sense for them to be like, alright, let's watch the scene where Ned leaves. There's way more important fish to fry right now than Ned leaving. Now, that all being said, Hodor getting made into Hodor that way by hold the door. My first thought was, that's a weird choice. And it's a weird choice for the creators to make. Now, I did watch the behind the episode that happened, and they actually did say that George R. R. Martin told them that. Now, wow, it's a weird choice for George R. R. Martin. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, I like a little bit more that they didn't make it up in that it was already planned. It kind of makes it more powerful. And also, all that being said, it was a powerful scene on its own. Seeing Hodor die, there isn't a lot of deaths recently that kind of really hit me. That one sucks. He's a really good character. Even though he could only say Hodor, he's been one of my favorite. So enduring, but so loving. He does so much. Only saying that one word, you see how much he cares. You see how strong he is. See how he's a coward but tries to fight it. It sucks that Hodor died. It does. Out of all the deaths recently, this one's gonna kind of hit me. Not gonna lie. How are they gonna get away? There's a giant fucking army of whites and White Walkers. And sure, he held the door, but there's a huge army. How is she just carrying Bran gonna get away? That's fucking crazy. And also, Three-Eyed Raven got fucking cut down. Max von Sydow did. That whole storyline moved really fucking fast, a lot faster than I thought. Is he now just strong enough that he can jump into those visions on his own so we can find more out about what was going on at the Tower of Joy without dropping any spoilers right now? Who knows? So, yeah, overall, I really liked this episode. I did. I thought it was a really great episode. And yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know where they're going from here. It's got me guessing a lot. Yeah, I don't know what else to say besides holy shit, Hodor's dead. Next episode's gonna be a lot of freaking crap down in King's Landing. I don't care about King's Landing anymore, and that's probably why I like this episode so much. It's very North heavy. Okay, that's it. I'm really excited to see the next. This really got me in. Tell me what you guys really thought. Oh, a quick little thing. I forgot. I really like that they gave us the history of the Faceless Men. That's kind of right out of the books as far as what I understand from before. That's pretty accurate, and I'm glad they stuck with it, because I'm glad we finally got to see a little bit more about the Faceless Men and got their history. That's awesome. Okay, I think we covered most of the episode. Tell me if I forgot anything. Tell me your guys' favorite stuff. Comment, please. Leave a comment. What did you think of this episode? Click like, subscribe. If you haven't seen any of our other stuff, we did review episodes 4, 3, 2, and 1. Also, we reviewed every episode of last season, Season 5. Check those out. We just dropped our review for Neighbors 2. Me and Billy did. Watch that. If you want to go see Neighbors, check that out. Tells us a little review of it. We usually review movies around here. All right, I'm going to drink my beer. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. Thank you for watching. Can't wait for the next episode. Bye!